In this video, I want to take you guys through a very common foot in the door type of service that you can offer to businesses in your local area to be able to get them quick results and get them more notice and get them more customers. What we're going to do is this is going to fall under two parts, right? It's going to be the software that I'm showing you right here, which I'll get into in a second. But really, it comes down to the business presence on Google. And I'm going to show you why that's important as we flip over to the other screen. But before I do, I want to let you guys know that if you guys enjoy content like this, or you find this very helpful, do not forget to hit the thumbs up and then hit that subscribe button. And then, of course, tick the bell to get that notification whenever I do post new content every single week. Now, why is this important? This business model I'm about to show you is important. It's called reputation management, and it allows you to be able to manage the online reviews for customers in your area, or customers that you service. So why is that important? I will show you. So right here, we are looking at, let me scroll up here, we're looking at plumbers near me. So I'm searching, I just happen to search a service-based business, and one comes to mind for plumbers because I was in a situation a couple of months ago where I had a flooded bathroom and I needed a plumber pronto. And of course, I couldn't think of the name of the plumber because I was flustered, I was stressed out. And so I literally searched for plumbers in town, or plumbers near me even. And so I was literally looking for plumbers near me in that area. And of course, what did I do? I started scrolling through the list. I did it from my phone, but I was thumbing through, right? I was looking for somebody. All right, and of course, maybe these guys weren't available, but these guys were. This one, okay, 40 years in the business, but they only got 56 reviews, right? We're gonna keep going down, and maybe your business, your business, it needs more exposure, right? Maybe that is you, and so maybe you're watching this and you're from Bronze Plumbing, and you see like all these competitors have hundreds of reviews, and yet you only have 25, right? And of course, it hurts, right? you want to be at the top, right? You want to be the one that people call. And of course, if I go down here and I scroll down even more, like this one right here, over 15 years of service, only 11 reviews. And if I go to the next page, I'm actually going to see right down here, 14, 86, 12, 24. I mean, there's numbers are starting to dwindle, right? They're starting to go down. Here's 10 years in service, 10 plus years. And we want to get these numbers. How do we get these numbers up, right? How do we do that? And if you are looking to get an opportunity for a business, if you're just starting out, show the customers these examples, right? Maybe you're reaching out to Fairground Plumbing. Maybe you're reaching out to this company right here, okay? Maybe you're reaching out to GMP, and you're saying, all right, how do we get more reviews? We got to get you guys on that first page, all right? That's how we do it. And so what I want to do is I want to get you guys on that first page, because obviously what happens is customers are going to search and they're going to look at that status, right? They're going to look at that and say, okay, this company right here has over 180 reviews. I'm going to look at them, right? The other ones are at the very top are going to be more sponsored. They pay to have that. Those are the big dogs. Maybe you do want those. Maybe you do want a Roto-Rooter, but maybe you want to support a local business, right? Or you want to help a local business get more exposure. And so we can actually contact this business and offer them, hey, if you need help getting more customers, increase your online reputation on Google, and then you can go in and pitch that, present that, and show them that, hey, your customers are getting more attention because they have more reviews. And that's really what it comes down to. It's more of a trust factor, right? How many times have you guys gone online and you've bought something based on user review? I have. I definitely have. And so how do we fix this? How do we solve this problem? This is a very, very common problem and a great entry-level service that you can offer to a business in your area. And here's how we do that. We do that by using this software combined with Google My Business Pages. This software is called GoHighLevel. And it's this software right here that integrates with Google My Business that allows you to be able to manage and control, not only control, but manage, and you get a single pane of glass view of the reviews that come in, or you can then send them out. This software right here is what allows us to do it. It is an all-in-one solution, but we are going to focus more on the Google My Business only. And if you want to check this software out, there'll be a link in the description down below for a 14-day free trial. And yes, that is an affiliate link. And what that means is that if you decide to go beyond the 14 days, as a referral fee, I would then receive a partial commission of the overall transaction. It does not cost you anything extra. You do not pay more for it. It's the same, the same prices depending on what level you're going at. That's a discussion for another time, but I just have to disclose that is a paid affiliate link. And so my focus right here, after I disclose that, is want to be able to help you guys get started with this, especially if you're seeing this for the very first time, or you're trying to figure out how can I get started, what can I do, and we're going to get into that. So obviously, now that you've got this software right here, you're going to need to have that Google page claim. You're going to have access to that Google My Business page. And a lot of times this can be done from within, this can be done within the customer's account. They're going to want to do this. They may want to retain control, and that's fine. It's a conversation you need to have with the business. But we're going to assume you have access to this software. You have access to the Google My Business for that account, that Google Business page. You have access to all that. Google My Business and setting up a Google Business page is free. Doesn't cost you anything. You definitely need to have one regardless, I think. That way that you can be found online. But what we're going to do is ramp things up a bit. So we actually came down to the lower right here, went down to settings, and we're coming down here to reputation management. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to skip this top part for now, and I'm going to come down here. And because you will need your review link, okay? You will absolutely have to have your review link. So let's say it's linked to Google, all right? Because we're not going to focus on Facebook right now. Your review will be posted on Google, which is the best way to share your experience with your customer. And right here, once it's integrated, you'll have to select the drop down here, and then you'll have your business link right here. You will need this. You will need to copy this out and save this elsewhere. You will need this, all right? That's for later. But for now, let's just go through here. And of course, you'll be able to come through, and we're sending out review requests to our customers. That is what we are doing. We're just doing it from this management right here. And of course, with the email review request or SMS review request, that's totally optional. You can toggle them on or off. Check that on. If you just want to send SMS text messages only, you can turn this on. If you want to send emails only, you can turn this on, turn that off. That's how you do that. It is a toggle on or off. So let's say we're going to do both. Okay, we'll say we have either option. You can change your email subject right here. This is totally up to you. I would personalize this. When to send the email out, I recommend not doing it immediately. That's up to you, though. If your customers expect that, you can leave it at immediately, or if you want to set it to like an hour or a day or a week, whatever. Until their review link is clicked, which it looks like this right here. And so this is what the email looks like that gets sent out. You can say, until that link is clicked, repeat this. And it'll repeat sending that email out, that same email out. You say, don't repeat it. You only want to send it out once. Great. And of course, the number of retries. Right here's the email builder. You can actually, you can click this open and you can edit the contents of this email. You can personalize it, take things out. It is a design editor. So if you click on this, you can add images. You can take things out. So let's say I don't want this. Let's say I don't want this. And then let's say I don't, whatever the case may be. And then you save that. All right, let me save that. And I saved my template successfully. It's there. And so that's that. And of course, we come down here to SMS. That's the same type of thing right here. This right here, you edit on the fly. You edit it right here. And you can actually have an image right here if you want to have your logo. You can do that. It's got to be a small 16 by 16 logo because it's going to go right here. And for the SMS, I say, thank you for your support and business. Do you mind taking 30 seconds and leaving a short review based on your most recent visit with us? We appreciate any and all feedback you provide. Something like that, right? This could be anything you want. It doesn't have to be just thinking about something that you can make it a little bit more personalized. You can have your business name in there if you want. So that way people know what it is. I would recommend that. At Chris's Plumbing. But I'll just say that because we had the plumber example, right? We're looking at plumbers right here. So right here, when to send it. So let's say we send 1 hour. So after they check in, and I'll show you guys what that looks like. You'll be able to send that out, and then once it checks in, they have an hour. And then of course, what happens until it's clicked? Repeat this maybe every 3 days. after 3 days, so after an hour, it'll send them, it'll send them this first one, and then maybe after 3 days, it'll repeat that if you want that. And then, of course, the maximum number of retries. So let's say after 5 retries, then it's just going to be done. Whatever the case may be. You don't have to do that. Let me hit save right there. And then, of course, how do we send these out? And so before we send those out, I do want to show you this one section right here. And this is, I want to show you this right here. This is Reviews AI, okay? This right here will allow you to automate the responses to review requests, either automatically, manually intervening, or not at all. Right here, so you can turn off Reviews AI. It is a feature of the software. It's suggestive, will actually suggest the responses, and you have to either accept them or deny them, and train the AI to send out the right responses, and it'll learn. And of course, you can just automatically just have an autopilot. Boom, it'll send everything out. And of course, we want it to be sent to all, but you can set it to be 1 stars or above, 3 stars, 5 stars, however you want to send that out as far as the auto responses. We're going to set it to all. We're going to wait 2 minutes before responding. So that way it's a 2-minute window for when the customer submits the review, and then the AI kicks in the response. And of course, the response footer, you can type this in however you want. So thank you for your continued business and support with Chris's Plumbing. Whatever. And then we'll save that. All right, we'll save that as an example. You can even take that out, and you don't have to have an option right there. But then, of course, how do we send the review request? Right here. We're going to click this green button right here. Boom. Send review request. It's going to have a contact name. You can select one contact at a time. And, of course, they will have their phone number if you have their contact listed, or you can just input it manually. If you select the contact, it'll automatically pre-populate. And, of course, you can choose to send a review request by SMS or email. And then once you do that, you just say, boom, hit send review request. That's done. You can do this manually. But here's what I recommend maybe automating this process to where you don't have to go through, click the button. But I'm going to show you what it looks like before we get into automation. That way you guys can understand how this looks. All right, we're back here on this familiar screen. We're on the Launchpad right here. We'll come down here to Reputation. Don't worry about all the other options for now because this software does so much as an all-in-one solution. But right here, we're looking at an overview. If you're looking at managing reviews, or at least getting a getting a dashboard, like a single pane of glass view, it is it right here. So you can see the number of invites you've sent out, the number of reviews you've received, the sentiment, and of course, trends, review requests, the latest ones. Of course, this is a demo account, so there's not really any review requests. And of course, right here, we can actually go to the individual requests themselves, and it'll give us a list. So you can see who sent it, who's the customer that received the invite, what was the email, phone number, who sent it, when did they send it, what's the status, and if there was any retries. You'll be able to see all that right here, and at least give you a gauge on how your process is going. And of course, you can see the actual reviews right here, and you can filter by, if it's 2 and 3 stars, maybe you're worried about, did anybody leave a negative review, right? And of course, right here, we can say it's either all Google pages or all Facebook pages. We'll just say Google pages, since we're really focusing on Google. And of course, you can set a time frame for a start date and an end date. So we can look at the calendar right here, and of course, we can go back. If it's highlighted in blue, it means it's available. Obviously, these are all in the future, and it's for the current month. So let's say I wanted to do May. I want to do the month of. I want to do May 2023. I wanted to see how my reviews were for the month of May. Maybe I'm doing an audit. I don't know. But you can actually see, you can go back to years. But if you hadn't set this up yet, you're going to want to start collecting data first. But if you already have this set up and you've been collecting data for some time, you can actually go back and view historical data. So I'm going to clear that out. And this will just give you all reviews between 1 and 2 stars from all your Google pages. And you'll be able to see that right here. Now, of course, the one common theme on all these is the blue send review request button. You can actually send reviews from any one of these pages. And of course, right here, last but not least, we have widgets right here to where you can actually create your own widget and embed this in websites. That's what this is right here. It allows you to create Google review widgets and put them in on your site, showcase your authority, showcase, hey, I know what I'm doing. These customers work with me. Been a great experience. So that is like the manual process, right? I alluded earlier to an automated process, but I wanted you guys to see this first. And of course, like I said, you can click here, send review request. You can do this, put this in, send it by email. Now, how do we automate this? And before we automate it, we have to do a couple of things first. So back here in reputation management, we actually want to click on, make sure your Google page is connected, and then you want to copy this link out. I would put it in like notes or somewhere else, but you will need this for this automation piece, all right? So grab that link right now. Now, of course, right here, I do have some previous examples right here from some other demos, so don't worry about that. But actually, we will need a trigger link. A trigger link is useful, so let me add the link right here. This allows us to trigger certain events on when a link is clicked. And that is going to help with the automation piece, but I'm not going to get too far in the weeds for that. You can give this a name. So let's say this is Google Reviews. And then that link that you copied before that I showed you in the reputation management settings, you're going to paste that right here. Let's just say it's business.google. This is not going to be your link. You're going to have a custom link, but let's just say it is this, okay? And of course, right here, it's going to create, as you can see, Google Reviews, and it has a link. It has your trackable URL link. Okay, we'll just say that is our trigger link right here, just for this example, because I don't want to keep this going on too long. These are all done with custom values, which you can do as well. But what we're going to do is let's just pretend that this Google Reviews link is ours. Okay, now that we have that, we're ready to go into automations. Now, if you come over here, automation in the workflow list, I actually have a folder of demo workflows. I'm just going to create a real quick demo workflow here so you can see how this is done. You can advance this as much as you like. And of course, I'm going to create a workflow right here. I'm going to create one from scratch. And I'm actually just going to, as it's going through right here, I'm waiting for this to come up. Hang on just a second. Okay, here we are. I thought I was going to have to do something right there. All right, we're going to name our workflow. You can name this however you like. Make it make sense. And of course, right here, make sure you save all your changes. Workflow's been saved. Okay. Leave this off in draft until you're done. That way it doesn't confuse anything. And so what we're going to do is we're going to add a new trigger. And to automate this process to send out the reviews, what we're going to do is come to new trigger, and we're actually going to add a contact tag. This is probably going to be the simplest way to do this. And then we'll say contact tag. And then we'll say, we'll come down here, hit filters, we'll say tag added, and then we'll come down here to request review. I had a few others right there, but don't worry about those. So right here is like, we have a request review, so that way we name it, and then I'll hit save trigger down here. And so whenever a contact is tagged, right, you tag them with this request review link, it will then kick off this sequence. And before we start, remember I showed you like all the wait commands there? We're going to add a wait command here, wait 1 hour. And then we're going to say wait 1 hour, and then save action. Maybe it would help if I actually spelled hour correctly. Wait, hour. Okay. All right, you guys still with me so far? And so the contact tag request reviews been added to the customer, okay? And this allows you to do this more than one, okay? This allows you to add as many as you want, okay? And then of course we're gonna wait an hour, and then what I will do next is send SMS. We're gonna send SMS, and then we say thank you for your support and business. Would you mind taking 30 seconds and leaving us a short, honest review based on your experience? And then what I'll do, here is the review link. And then what I'll do is, remember we created that trigger link earlier? I'll come over here to trigger links, and then I'll say Google review link. And it will add this. And that way what you can do is once they click this link, you can actually fire off another workflow. And I'll take you through that real quick. SMS, first, text, sent. All right. And then we'll do save action. And then what I'll do is I will also then come down and say send email. Email, first, email sent from Chris at mrchrisdigital.com. Take 30 seconds, leave us a review. And then maybe I'll say, hello. And then maybe I'll do contact, first name. Thank you for allowing us to resolve your plumbing. Since we're talking about plumbers, we'll do a plumbing. In order to ensure continued excellent support for yourself and future customers, would you mind taking 30 seconds and leaving us a quick review based on your experience? Okay, here is the link to leave a review, and then maybe I'll come down here and then I'll put that trigger link again. I'll say Google review link. Okay, save action. Just an example right there, and then that'll at least get the first email out, and then maybe I wait, and then maybe I put another wait command, and maybe I wait one day, and I say 1 day, or you say 24 hours, and then what I'll do is I will then take this and I'll copy this action here, and then I'll take this and copy this action, copy action here, and then I'll say, let's see, second text sent. Maybe I edit the wording. Second email sent, and then maybe I wait 3 days, and then we'll do time delay. We'll say 3 days, and this is something that you can actually do. So if we zoom back out a little bit, we can actually see right here. We can send this, and you can have this go as long as you want, right? And then what I'll do is I'll come through and I will copy that action here, copy action here, and I'll go through and say third email sent, and then maybe I'll say third message sent, third email sent. Okay, and so right there, and then of course what we want to do, so maybe that's the end of it. All right, we've already sent the emails out, waited an hour, sent, waited a day, sent the next, waited 3 days, sent the next. So if I zoom back out, you guys can see what this looks like, okay? This could be as long or as short as you want. I just want to make sure you guys can see it. And then once this is done, you don't want to keep nagging them. And so what it'll do is it'll end the workflow. And you can also remove contact tag. Now let's say I want to remove the request review. Maybe I want to remove that. See, that's what happens when you click that out. And then let's say request review. I'll say the action. We're going to remove that tag. And then what we'll do is then we'll just remove from workflow. Remove them from the current workflow. All right, so email sent. We're going to stop them. We're going to kick them out of the workflow if they hadn't done anything yet. So then we don't want to keep nagging them, right? I figured a couple of times is good. But you can make this as short as you want. If you just want to do it one time, that's fine. But then if they don't after the third email, I'll just remove the tag, remove the workflow, life goes on. But now, what happens, the next scenario is going to be they clicked on the link, right? So what happens if they click on the link? So we're going to come back out here, and then what I'll do is I'll create another workflow, and we'll start it from scratch, and we'll call this review link clicked. All right, so there's a couple scenarios here. This ties back into the first scenario, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to add a new trigger, and this is going to be trigger link clicked, okay? Remember we had set up that trigger link before, and then we're just going to select, let's see, where is it? Trigger link, and then Google review link. All right. And so what we're going to do is we're going to initiate this sequence whenever they click the review link. And so what we want to do is we want to make sure that we remove the contact tag, and we'll say it is request review, and then we'll save that, and then we'll add a tag. It was review link clicked. And then what we will also do, and I didn't do that in the last example, because I mean you can do this. You can track this through opportunities and pipelines. So what I'll do is, so that way if you had like salespeople wanted to track this setting, so what I'll do is Google review request, and let's say it's review link clicked. All right, and we'll do that, and then we add the tag. They click the review link, and then what we want to do is then remove them if they click the link before, so let's say they clicked on it after the first day, we don't want to keep sending them emails, right? And so what I'll do is remove from workflow. I'm going to remove them from the, where is it? The Google review. All right. We'll want to remove them from that workflow, okay? So here's what we've done. Let me zoom in on this. They clicked the trigger link. They filled out the review, right? We removed the tag that they were tagged in because we want that to kick out of that workflow, remove those tags, and say, hey, I want to remove the request review tag, and then I want to add a tag that says, hey, they clicked the review link, and it updates the opportunity, removes the workflow, that's it. And then that saves that. And so that takes care of new customers that come in. And then so you can even use that for reactivation review. Okay, so what does that mean? So we're done here. And what you can do right here is then you can create another workflow from scratch. And what you can do is instead of going through for your new customers, you can actually say existing customer review requests. And what we'll do is we'll just add a new trigger, and then we'll say contact tag. We'll add a filter right here, and we'll say tag added, and it is reactivation review. Okay, you have a different process for reactivation reviews, and what you want to do is then that is going to be that tag. So that way, if you have existing customers and you want to send them reviews, you already have a list, right? You've already imported your contact list. What I would do is add them to this workflow, so that way you keep them separate from new customers, right? You have your new customers are going to be separated from this list. You can copy the workflow, but then what I would do is then come down here if they have that contact tag, and I would go to create an update opportunity in the Google review request, and say request sent. All right, and you can even have a different opportunity for reactivation review request if you wanted to. And then right here, you go through and then send out your emails, and then we'll say, well, we can't leave that blank. Thank you for your continued business. So you can have a separate. So I'll just. Okay, it won't let me. Message copy empty. As always, we appreciate your continued support and business. As a valued customer, we would appreciate your feedback. Please click here and leave us a review based on your experiences working with us. Something like that, right? And then you can add, so like I can come here, I can highlight that, I can put in the trigger link, and I can say reactivation review link. And so maybe I want to do that, and I say save that. And then I can also do SMS. Let's see. You are one of our MVP customers. As always, thank you for continuing to support us. Plumbing needs. Would you mind taking 30 seconds and leaving a short review of your experiences working with us? Thank you. Something like that, right? And then of course I would put the trigger link in there. Let's say I want to save that. All right, and you can do this maybe one or two more times. Of course, we can then end the workflow. We can update the opportunity and all that, and then we can take them back to the trigger link click, right? You don't have to create a new separate trigger link workflow. We can just then reference that. We can reference that workflow. We can also create another sequence if we wanted to. If that was the trigger link, since that was a reactivation review link, maybe we have a separate sequence for that. But you can also then create. You can also have that. You can have that additional trigger, right? So like let's say this is done right here. Let's say I just wanted to do this. What I can do is then go back to review link clicked, and of course I can come back here. And so let me actually zoom in up here. Trigger link clicked. Maybe I want to add a new trigger link clicked. reactivation. Maybe I want it to be this one, okay? Well, just for a hypothetical, right? Trigger link is reactivation. All right, we'll just say that if they click any one of these, they can add that. This just shows you that you can, in fact, add multiple triggers. So if they click one or the other, they would get sent through the sequence as an example. You can modify this. You can get crazy with this, right? But I just wanted to show you, just as a quick example, of how you can automate this process for your new customers and then also for your existing customers as well, and how you can manage those. And I'll show you what it looks like on opportunities. We'll actually come back up here to opportunities and check that out. And as you can see, right, let me ignore, I'm going to turn that off because I don't have a phone number set up for this account. This is a demo account. Right here, we have our opportunities right here. So as you send your requests, your customers will show up here that you've sent out the request. And of course, if they click the review link and you have it set up inside of your automated workflow, you will see them here. And of course, if they had sent feedback, if they left feedback, you can also track that as well. If there's an event, if they had clicked that, you can have this do any number of things. Of course, I can come in and then go to the pipeline, and then I can edit this, and I could say add reactivation review sent. So maybe I want to do that. I can save that, come back to opportunities, and then it'll show up here. It will. I promise it will. If I refresh this. So let me go back to pipelines. Let me do that. Did I say that? Reactivation review sent. Let me move that up. And then I will save that. All right. Go back to opportunities. See right there, reactivation review sent. I had to refresh it for a minute. And so that's just kind of like a down and dirty way of automating this. If you guys want a snapshot, I can create a snapshot of this. That way you guys don't have to do it yourself. But if you follow this video, you can create your own instances. I just did a quick example of how you can build that yourself. If you guys want a snapshot, let me know. I'll actually build a clean one for you. This was just a demo. And of course, down below in the description, there's a 14-day link of a free trial of this software, GoHighLevel. If you found this useful, go ahead and sign up for your account and get started today. If you guys do have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you very much for checking out this training of reputation management. Hopefully you found it useful, and I will see you guys in the next video.